You know Davey 504 at all? He plays.
No, I don't.
He is a guy who plays bass guitar and gets millions of views per video because he's no longer a guy who plays bass guitar. He's a guy who does YouTube hits with a bass present in the video.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. And so when I looked at you, I was like, dude, and I didn't know that video was 2-3 years old at this point. Not that you would ever have to, but you could have, I think people, myself included, feel constrained to the type of how-to whatever content they've done when there's this whole field of like YouTube bangers that exist if you're willing to like
do it.
I paid 6 people $100 to stand in a circle and be confident. You know what I mean? I paid like, or you like
spectacle
YouTuber. Like, and that is very front end, top of funnel, minimal level of interest in purchasing, but like huge net cast.
Gets the audience.
Yes. And we're somewhere in the middle, which is like, this is about Game of Thrones, but the title's How to Be Confident.
Exactly. That was your big thing that I think you cracked that no one else cracked at the time that exploded you guys. Is you're like, well, I'll teach charisma about the most popular things in culture right now. And there you go. It's like, it's the whole like, give them the medicine through the back door metaphor, whatever that is.
Yes. And there's a broader category still that I haven't gone to and don't know that I ever will, but I saw that in your video. I was like, oh man, Kevin could be
I've been trying to think about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You guys could get a lot of views. And anyone could get a lot of views is what I realized when I watched that. You do a 30-day challenge related to your thing, get some people involved, set up a competition. I did X. And
we're testing some of this. So like, I did reaction videos just to test it.
Did solidly.
They crush. They crush every single time. Even if it's 5-minute crafts videos, which we all know are sort of silly. You know it's dumb, but explain why it's dumb. And then I did the reverse. I explained why the hacks that you see are right on the internet. And then we're about to do one where we pick 2 subs on YouTube. We give them each $500, and Jacques and I coach them on how to make like a really awesome like sort of starter garden. And then we see who wins, like who made the better garden. So it's like a mini game show.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, yes, you're right. There are only so many videos you can make about how to grow a tomato. There's actually a lot for tomatoes, but eventually you will run out of those tomato videos.
You know what's interesting is I was watching, have you listened to Alex Hormozy or watched Alex Hormozy?
A lot of his stuff.
So I think he's got a lot of really, really good messages, and really the best ones I don't blame him for this. Like, they're not new knowledge, but they need to be repeated for people like me who don't listen enough to.
Or in a certain form factor, it hits a different,
And the one that he's repeated in one of his most recent videos is essentially that if you everyone spends all their time and money on marketing. You know what I mean? Because they want to make the sale tomorrow. Yep. If you spend more time on your product, on interviewing customers, on asking why you didn't get the garden that you wanted, the plant didn't grow, you didn't actually do anything once it was delivered to your house, like you make sure as many, and for us it looks like, you didn't get the confidence they wanted, or the girl didn't say yes, or like, and figure out how to work through as many of those obstacles as possible, and then come back to the marketing. You can, at that point, which I think you're close to, saying that you have some of the really best products in the gardening space, you can then just spend millions of dollars on content and just have game shows related to gardening because you've got the best back end.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you think about classic funnels, right? If you think about the bottom of the funnel, any impact you make there cascades upwards to butterfly effect style. Like if you think just raw e-commerce or something, or maybe you guys with your course, right? Like if the course conversion is 5%, you want to make X dollars, well, you need Y traffic to do it. But if you double your conversion, you just need half as much traffic as you needed before. So the problem at the top just becomes much less severe.
Yes, and then you can spend more money on content and do it. Yeah. So I think our course is solid. I mean, I've redone it 4 times.
I took it.
Yeah.
So,
there you go. And you're good on camera.
I'm charismatic, guys. I'm charismatic. On command, actually.
On command. This is epic gardening on command.